It's the last week of the regular season of fantasy football, boys. We are there. And let me tell you, we are fighting for our lives. I believe every one of us here is actually really relying on this next week. I don't believe Sam can make the playoffs, but don't
I
think he
can
really wants to
be
go into that toilet bowl.
I could be
Uh,
nothing, which would be great.
yeah. Tyler could be all three. Tyler could literally.
No, I can't be in the toilet bowl, Josh.
Oh, Gabe clinched. My bad. My bad. Sorry. We'll go over all this. We'll go over all of this soon. But in the meantime, welcome to episode 13 of the Hail Mary Happy Hour. I'm your host, Josh. We've got Tyler. We've got Sam as our guest of the day. How y'all doing?
I'm doing
You know?
great. I feel like I should be able to introduce myself though in these introductions.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention.
You're welcome. But I'm
So-
doing wonderful. Thank you for inquiring about my well-being.
Yeah. Sam,
I too am also well.
lovely.
Just falling behind on the football knowledge, but excited to be educated
Good.
alongside the masses.
You're going to know what is up going into week 14. I'll tell you that. And thank you to Sam for coming in, being the guest today. I was hoping it would be Jordan, but wouldn't you know, 3 weeks in a row, the guy's a flake. I don't know that he'll be on the podcast officially this year.
And he wants us to go to his New Year's party.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but we'll see. Because I don't even think that he commented on the last video. We asked him to do that.
Oh man.
Oof.
Oh man.
So
Jordan, if you
that's a big
hear
oof.
this,
yeah, Jordan, this is your final chance. I'm going to tell you right now. If you want to be a guest on this podcast, you need to comment every lyric to Mr. Brightside in the comments below.
Individually.
And if not, individually.
comment by comment.
I want each line to be a separate comment. So, if you want to be on the cast, that's all I'm asking. Now, moving on to some football. I mean, I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. That's also important.
It was great.
But there was
Thanks for
football there.
asking.
There was football. Tyler
There was sushi.
had sushi,
Ooh.
and that's
I was gonna ask if
fun.
you were still open on Thanksgiving, but I was like, no, that's a Christmas thing. That's right for the Asian restaurants.
Oh,
But
we're open 365 days a year here at Kura Revolving Sushi Bar USA.
woo.
love that.
Wow.
Love that.
Without
You
further
gonna-
ado,
Yeah. Let's
Let's-
rock it.
let's get into some football, shall we? Not ruminate on Tyler's having to work the holidays. That's no fun. You know what is fun? I'm looking at the news and notes. Not much. Drake
Oh.
May is awesome.
That's
Yeah.
fun. That is certainly fun.
Keeps losing, but keeps being impressive.
Drake May is
What do we do with
playing
that?
exactly what I want him to do. He's playing well and then losing. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, just get some weapons next year, right? Hope the Patriots draft someone as well as they drafted Drake May and go from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Surely the Patriots are great at the draft, right?
Surely.
The future is, I don't want to say bright, but there is a source of light in the future.
The future exists potentially. That yes. And there's a very good wide receiver, some good wide receivers in this draft. Whatever is Tet McMillan or something. And
Ted.
honestly, at this point, we might just get him because we'll be one of the few early picks that isn't picking a quarterback.
No, we gotta draft Sanders. I
Just to
can't
get
rem- I
Sanders
can't-
as a coach.
No, I can't remember the other
Wow.
kid's name though.
Cam
Not Shador.
Ward,
What's the other
Travis
one?
Hunter,
Tra-
Janty.
oh, Travis Hunter. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, Travis
I don't-
Hunter?
Yeah, right? This isn't
Yeah.
a dynasty podcast.
This
Get
isn't
outta here.
important. Don't worry about it.
We don't need to know this shit. Now, that's all the good. That's all the good was Drake May looks good. Now let's get into the bad. We've got some season enders here. The biggest one, one of the most beloved players, Taysom Hill, hurt his knee and will be out for the rest of the season. This is devastating to me, and I'm sure to all of you, because who doesn't love Taysom Hill?
Gosh, what a streaming quarterback / tight end.
What a guy. What a everything. He can do it all. And as a side note, we also had a season ender for Christian McCaffrey, a little known guy, hasn't played too many games, but showed a little bit of juice. And surprisingly, we also have on the IR Jordan Mason. So it's right to that Isaac Guerrero, baby. We'll see what he can do. And I think he's on the waivers right now, so
I do believe
he won't be by the time that this is out.
Purdy's going to have to do some sprints. He's going to have to learn how to run a little bit.
Get picked up.
Yeah, not loving that I have no fab left, but oh well. But those are the only big injuries, I believe. Dallas Goedert went down, so that may affect Sam, I know.
Yeah, not terribly, and he did manage to pull off a touchdown, it looks like, in the meantime.
Yeah, he had a good game. I mean, it didn't help you, but
no, of course not. Yeah,
but he did go down.
I started a pretty good set of people, but yeah, unfortunately, I was just outclassed this week. But actually, within the last hour, we got an update on Dallas Goedert, and he's week to week, so he should still be available.
Maybe not next week, but there's not many people available next week anyway. Got a lot of bye weeks in this last week coming up, and we might discuss that a little bit as well. But some, more bad news. The Bills clinched the AFC East. It's not bad news. It's just like Jordan's happy, and obviously this podcast despises Jordan at this point, unless he goes and comments as Mr. Brightside. So
it should be bad news, but like, who else was gonna get it?
I know it was gonna happen.
Like,
I mean, there's no team in the AFC East that I'm like, good. I'm glad they won.
Yeah, and fair enough. Josh Allen he's a top tier Josh, and also probably should win MVP. Like that, dude. He's been playing real good.
Yeah.
And it was a very fun game. It was in the snow. People were sliding around. And they destroyed the Niners, who are falling apart in every way. So
it's sad to see.
Good job, guys.
Drake May doesn't kind of follow where Brock Purdy and Jordan Love have been going. I'd loved to see them last season, but I haven't seen too much improvement. But Jordan Love did take out Miami this week.
Yeah. No, the Packers are still playing well. I bet they're going to make the playoffs. We'll just see if
they're for sure gonna.
Yeah. We'll see what they can do in the playoffs. Well, against the rest of their division except the Bears. And on that note, the Bears news.
Yeah, the Bears news. Good transition,
Who saw the
Josh.
Bears game?
I mean, I didn't see the Bears game, but I saw the ending.
That was with the Lions, right? It was Bears-Lions?
That was the Lions.
Yep.
Okay.
With some of the worst fucking time management ever. I mean, holy. Did you...
It's the coach. All right. Fuck you, Jordan. It was the coach. We can blame Caleb Williams. Sure. Fine.
Both of them acted poorly, but you got to put it on the coach there. And the team did. They sent him out into the press conference and then fired him pretty soon after, which is a fun move, I suppose. But Caleb Williams Caleb Williams did take that ball, go to the line, and start audibling a play, which is kind of wild that he took the time to try to change the play when the clock was just winding down. And then, it was just none of it was good. It was all so bad. And the Lions, it was kind of a bad look for the Lions almost losing.
It was
because
definitely not a great game for the Lions to almost lose.
Yeah.
But, division games like that.
that and dude, the Lions defense, I swear every week a Lions defender is going down with an injury. And like obviously they have a great offense, but their defense was very good and now I think it's dropping off pretty decently coming into the end of the year unless they can get some guys back. But
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah.
pretty banged up on the defensive side of the ball.
yeah. But yeah, the Bears down a head coach that they should have fired a while ago. I think I saw that their offensive coordinator took on the interim head coaching job, which is kind of wild to me because the offensive coordinator just got that job because they just fired Shane Waldron a few weeks ago. So that means they like fired this guy went from some like third tier coach to the head coach in a matter of a few weeks, which is kind of a crazy
They're really
crazy
just trying to
career
go in a new
trajectory
direction,
there. Yeah. But yeah, wild times.
Was it last? Did you guys talk about Aaron Rodgers being gone last week on the podcast?
He's not
Oh, there
gone
we go.
yet.
He's not gone yet. All right.
He's not gone yet. We talked about how he might be, but he's not gone yet. He just should be because
Did he play this week or did they have a bye?
he played. Threw a pick. He threw a pick six to a defensive tackle.
That was pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Leonard Williams, the 300-pound, 93-yard, 63-yard pick six. It was glorious.
I
to be
watched him
fair.
run that. He is fast
Dude.
for how large of a man he is.
Yeah, I believe he got up to 18 miles an hour.
It's faster than I can
I
run.
wouldn't want to get hit by that.
No. Which we compare that to say Kirk Cousins throwing the ball. Kirk Cousins had a bad game this week.
Mm.
Man never threw the ball faster than 36 miles an hour. Which is just a funny thing that Leonard Williams he could not throw the ball more than twice as fast as Leonard Williams can run.
Yeah, what's the average toss speed on it?
I don't even know what the average is, but
know?
dude,
No
like
idea.
I don't know. We'll someone look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fun times.
Oh wow!
Time.
You said how many? How many
many
miles
what?
per hour?
He was throwing 36 miles an hour top speed.
36. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So the typical for a quarterback's throw is around 60 miles per hour.
So there you have it. Kirk, what's up, my guy?
What?
Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady both, fun fact, average 61 miles per hour.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Bad
So
luck
yeah,
for Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk. Hey, whip out the Penix. Let's see Gabe
wanna
prove
see
us
it.
wrong.
Honestly, with all these hot young guys going, Bo Nix and everything, did Bo Nix have a good week? Or
He's
He's
playing
playing
tonight.
tonight. He's playing tonight.
I do kind
Yep,
of want to.
facing off against. Shoot, who are they facing off against?
No, the
Not
Raiders had
Raiders.
Kansas City
Yeah,
on
they're facing
Friday.
off against the.
The Browns? It's not the Browns.
Oh shit! I think it's the Browns. It's totally
It is
the Browns.
It is the
Dude.
Browns.
I'm gonna. Oh fuck
Wow.
yeah! Go Browns. Let's
That's
go,
actually
Jameis.
a game. I was gonna say because I love Bo Nix in interviews. I've seen a couple of them, and I love Jameis Winston in interviews. This is
Dude.
gonna be a personality clash tonight.
Dude, this is gonna be great. Oh, I'm definitely throwing that on after this then.
I need the hot mic.
Yeah. So that Danny Dimes on the Vikings, that was earlier in the week, but that is new news.
That is
As
like the
far as
perfect
goes.
fit for him, I think, to just be the backup. Love
Yep.
that.
Wait, where's he
Have a
back?
chance at winning a Super Bowl. Go get him, Danny.
I don't know if
How's
he's
he
going to
at?
re-sign after this year, though. That I'll be interested to see.
With the Vikings, or like he'll re-sign with a different
Well, yeah,
team.
no, with the Vikings, with the Vikings.
Yeah. I think he will. I bet he does because Sam Darnold is gonna go get a starting contract.
He should.
Someone is gonna say, "Hey, we didn't have a good enough draft pick. Here's a 1-year, $40 million deal." Or I don't know what quarterbacks get paid.
Who is
The
gonna
Raiders
sign
and
Sam
Saints have
Darnold?
been. flowing through journeyman.
The Raiders could sign Sam Darnold.
Yeah, off the top of my head, the Raiders could, the Titans could, the Jets could try to bring him back. I mean,
The
there are
Panthers
some
could
teams
try to
that
bring
really
him
need-
back.
I don't know. Bryce Young playing kind of good right now. I'm not like all Steve Wood.
He's
Steve
fun
Wood
to root
might
for.
beat Bryce Young. All
I
I'm saying.
I
The
can't tell you
man-
why it's fun to root for him, but it is. Let's go, Bryce Young.
Good. It's like cheering for your kid at a baseball game, at a t-ball game. He's just so
When
little
you-
out there. Running around. Look, he managed to make a pass. Good job, Bryce. He's just so inept and so little. It feels like I'm rooting for a child.
But that's what you could say the same thing about Tua, but that man wins games.
No, Tua's not that tiny. And also is better.
Is Bryce that tiny? He's still a little
Yeah.
inept though.
He's 5'10".
adept at- Okay.
Bryce Young
yeah.
is 5'10".
That's small. That is very small.
He's little. Yeah. No, I'm not calling him names. I'm observing.
I thought Tua was shorter than that even. But
I don't know Tua's height, but there's no way he's shorter than 5'10".
I thought he also looked pretty small out there. But
Yeah. But
anyway,
yeah.
Bryce Young, small, got it.
Tua
Bryce Young-
is 6'1".
yeah, look at that man.
Still on the smaller side, but
Still in the yeah. You really want the
Crazy.
big 6'3" quarterbacks to see over the line, but alas. Anyway, moving on to my little bit of trivia for the week, and we're gonna bring it back to my first news and notes, back to Christian McCaffrey. And I just want to ask you this: in the 9 seasons that Christian McCaffrey has played, how many of those seasons did he play for more than half of the season?
Trick question, 0.
it's definitely not
That would be
0.
wild.
Yeah, okay.
If he
I had
had
to
never
do it.
played 8 games.
9 seasons.
I had to go for it.
You had
Is
to
this
go.
at least half of the season?
At least half of the season.
Okay, because there's probably a couple 16-game seasons in there, and then 17. I feel like he didn't get injured for the first couple years. I feel like it's 4 or 5. I'm guessing it's like a 50-50 split. I'm gonna say he's played. Let's say 5. At least half. At least half. 5.
Five at least half. That is correct. You did get that.
Let's go.
Specifically because over the first few seasons he didn't get injured. His first 3 seasons were uninjured. After
Really?
after the first 3 seasons, he has had a single season where he wasn't injured last year. He has had 1 year of 11 games,
And what a season.
and his other years were 3 games, 7 games, 6 games, and now 4 games.
Wow.
So, yeah, man gets injured. Like
Maybe stay away from him in fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know. Next year, I don't think I trust him. Honestly, I don't think I trust the Niners in general.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
there's-
say. I
Even
mean,
if they
at
say
this
someone's
point, you'd be
healthy.
betting on like probably Ayuk again, right?
Dude, I have him in Dynasty.
Like that man's
and,
gonna
like,
be healthy and signed with the team. Like he's probably
yeah, allegedly.
what they're
be
gonna
like,
use
oh yeah,
next year.
oh yeah, we think he'll be back to start week 1 in time, and then it's like week 8, and they're like, yeah, no, it turns out he's a little slower to recover.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Dude, no, can't. I dropped him so that I wouldn't keep him. I don't even care. I'm hemorrhaging players. People have picked up Rushy Rice and Brandon Ayuk to keep them next year, thinking that they're smart. I don't give a shit.
They might be giving the rest of their teams, but
Yeah. Don't want it.
definitely a gamble.
I've dropped so many of the players from my first like 5-6 rounds.
I don't
Mark
think
Andrews,
I'm
Dak
even
Prescott, Rushy Rice, Brandon Ayuk, all gone.
keeper was.
Ooh.
I kept both Amon Ra and Purdy for this season, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure I want to keep either of them for next. Honestly,
Yeah, Amon Ra in the first round might be a little tough.
Yeah, he
But
would
yeah.
go. I'd have to spend a big pick on him, and Jared Goff has been splitting up that work pretty well.
Mm.
Yeah.
He
No, it
himself is
is.
getting a shitload of points, but the
Yeah.
rest of the Lions are kind of right around 12-ish at best.
Yeah, that is kind of just how they're, but except the running backs who are just doing all the
Dominating.
everything. But
Crazy.
whatever on that. Moving on to my favorite segment. It's time for Josh's You Poop the Bed. You're a bed shitter now. Guy of the week. Do. This
I'm not sure
week's
if that's one of my favorite or least favorite intros for that segment.
I
It
think
was very unique, though.
we're keeping it fresh. Unlike Cooper fucking Cup. Now, this week was especially fun to pick out a bed shitter because these weeks really mattered.
Mm.
And coming in, we had there were some games that really had to be won here, especially by She Loved My McConkey, who could have clinched their playoff spot by winning this game, but failed to do so largely because of one Cooper Cup who ended up with what was it? Three
I think,
receptions for
yeah.
17 yards. Like, yeah, that's a rough one out there for him. And it did allow Bongside Kicks to get a win, which he's on a run, folks. Do not doubt
Legendary things.
Bongside.
I need to stop this man next week. I absolutely need this man to just fumble finally
You
next
do.
week. But
You
he
have
does
a
not
big
have
matchup.
buys. He does not have buys next week, and I've got a fat stack of buys next week.
Damn. Yeah, we've got I'm
Yeah,
worrying about
same.
next week. We'll get into it.
Next
Bongside
week's going to
kicks
be
might be.
crazy.
You keep saying we're gonna get into it. We're into it, right?
We're not into it
We're
yet.
here.
All right, we have a whole segment that's talking about the playoff
Okay.
brackets, so we'll go into that a little
Big
bit more in
playoff
depth.
talk.
But for a big man, big old dude of the week, I'm giving this one to Brian Robinson Jr. Now, he came back from his injury and ran on a team that has been a tough run defense in the past, got the Drunken Dragons the win they needed to stay in this and push for those playoffs in the week to come. I'm especially happy about this because I traded Brian Robinson to you, and I felt so bad that he was just immediately out. And
It's all right.
and now I'm glad that he's doing things because we've loved George Pickens over on the Basement Gremlins. He's really putting the gremlin in Basement Gremlins. Real fiend out there. But I'm just glad that our guys are showing out for you. Justin Herbert, less impressive last week, but whatever.
Yeah, how's
Jonathan
that 11
Taylor.
points?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. For the whole season, I forgot Justin Herbert's even in the league. Like
Dude, everyone
that man's
forgets.
name used to get tossed around, and I like who is Justin Herbert?
Everyone forgets about Justin Herbert. He's a really good quarterback, though.
Yes. That's why it's funny that everyone forgets about him.
Yeah, he's
But I want to give an honorable mention to Jonnu Smith, who has just been the
Same
most
old.
unexpected asset to my team imaginable late in the season.
He didn't
I mean,
even get
that-
touchdowns this week. Did you?
yeah,
How many fucking yards did he get? The
113.
man's put up 20 plus. He's put up more points than Kelsey over the last 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, this is
With,
my
like-
second most hated tight end in the league.
I
Bro,
love
he's-
it. I
his last
love
3 weeks have
Jonnu.
been 27, 22, and 20 points.
Dude,
Oh my god! And I think
just
he even
throw
got a
the ball to
touchdown the week
Tyreek,
before that.
please. Please just throw the ball to Tyreek Hill. I
Sorry.
beg of you. Tua. Please. Just why is Jonnu Smith here?
Tight end premium. Sorry, they're premium.
They're fire. They're fire. Whatever,
Him,
Johnny.
Kittle, Kraft.
They're good. I need him. I do need him to actually have a good week next week. So fingers crossed on him there. But I also need Tyreek Hill to have a good week. So not too good. But yeah,
Tyreek Hill
Brandon
needs
Smith,
Tyreek Hill to have a good week.
he's been doing it. Fair enough. He can have a mini big man. It's kind of an oxymoron.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, big man of the week. Johnny Smith, but the Drunken Dragons did get it done. Which I believe went against my upset of the week, officially taking me out of the running for tying with you. But you also won anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Nice.
Yeah, your upset of the week was Bongside again,
Woo!
as it tends to be.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Dude, he's
Is that
fucking doing it.
my third correct pick of Bongside?
I believe so. And I do want to point out, I do want to point this out right now, that that 5 days ago I did say, it's very unlikely I get knocked out of the playoffs, but I swear I'm about to watch it happen. I just want that to be known that I called it if it happens.
Is that going to make it less painful?
No. No, but it'll be a fun little screenshot. It'll go in my scrapbook of pain. Along with the Ayuk dropped, Rushy Rice dropped, Mark Andrews dropped, all that shit. But anyway,
I think
The
you
current
started
score-
talking about how certain you were of being in already the last time I was on the podcast. And
Yep.
like from that exact moment on, it started to tank.
yeah, every time I talk about being confident, it's a crazy coincidence. But what can I say? I create controversy for the viewers. But
Entertainment. You're welcome.
so, the current score of upset of the week, 6-9.
Nice.
We can just call it here. And this is the score where it officially was over, too. So technically, none of the scores matter from here. 6-9 was the final score, as far as I'm concerned.
What if we
But-
count postseason guesses as 2 points?
Double or nothing. Yeah, well, we might discuss it.
Maybe.
But,
Throwing that out
but
there.
maybe. Tyler, who's your upset of the week?
Well, this upset of the week is near and dear to my heart because this upset of the week is for me to be
Oh,
McConkey. Sorry.
I think we all want to see it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely the underdog, and I have a lot of players on bye: C.J. Stroud, Bo Nix, Jonathan Taylor, Brian Robinson. So it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle, and it would certainly be an upset to win. But with the playoffs on the line, you gotta believe anything can happen. And Josh, I see you're taking a similar mindset with your pick.
Yeah, mine is a closer match between me and Jordan. But I would say I'm probably the underdog, although he does have people on bye that might make this a little bit easier for me, thankfully. I'm still going to keep it. I'm going to say I'm an underdog because it doesn't matter and I'm losing. So Jordan does have Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton, and Michael Pittman on bye. So we've got a lot of guys on the bye.
Man.
And
People
I
who
don't
actually
have
held out
too
for
many.
Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I do have Nico Collins on bye. And I have Josh Downs on bye. But we can get past those.
Josh Downs was
So-
out last week, right? Is he injured? I mean, I know he's on
Yeah,
bye.
Is
yeah.
Josh Downs
he-
even good?
Yes. He is good. But he was injured and he's on bye next week. And Devontae Smith was surprise injured. Thankfully, that would not have saved me from the whooping I got at the hands of the Charmin Ultra Softies.
Ooh, he needed that. Good for Sam.
He did. You're welcome, Slash. I didn't even want to be in the playoffs anyway. But yeah. Anyway,
Who's
those
who's your upcoming opponent?
Jordan.
You said it was George. Okay.
The
Jordan.
Mud Dogs.
The SC LSU Mud Dogs. He's gonna want to win it if he wants to stay in the playoffs, although he has a way in otherwise. And we've mentioned this enough, so I think it's time to break down these playoffs. Let's dig into it. And Tyler, how about you take it away?
All right, so let's kick things off with the Twee division, because the Twee division has our number one team in the league, the first team to officially clinch their spot. That is the Scoundrels, and not only have they now clinched their spot, they have clinched that number one seed as well. So Scoundrels 10-3 will be getting their chance to make the Super Bowl or the playoff championship. Do we have we need to come up with an official name, I think, for our league championship.
I agree. Comment down below, Jordan.
We need ideas. Just thought of this now.
The
But
Sweat Bowl.
the rest of the teams in this division are in an interesting situation. So Charmin is officially in the Toilet Bowl. But any of the other teams, I believe, can still fall to the Toilet Bowl. Actually, that is not true. No, Josh, you are safe from the Toilet Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. We got Water and Bongside who play each other this week, both with a 6-7 record. So the loser of that game goes to the Toilet Bowl.
That's like prime time this week.
That is a prime time 6-7 matchup. If Water wins,
something about Water winning.
Places 6 and 7, no less.
Yeah.
So Sam, if you win, you send Matt to the Toilet Bowl, but you simultaneously will send Josh to the playoffs, regardless if he wins or loses. Because unfortunately, even if you win and he loses, you're really not probably going to jump him in points for unless you score like 200 something
a lot of
points.
points. Yeah.
So more than likely, you're just fighting for not being in the Toilet Bowl. Josh, with a win, you can
More than
secure your
100 points
playoff
against,
berth.
though, in comparison, if we're doing comparisons. I was scored against much harder than him.
Oh yeah, no, I've had a lucky season. I won't disagree.
So Josh, the only way you fall out of the playoffs at this point is basically you lose and Matt wins and he has more points for than you.
Yes.
So,
I would like to point out that happened this week.
Oh my god, that's so possible, actually.
It's so
very
possible. With Matt's win this week and Josh's loss, that kept Matt alive and gives him a chance to clinch himself a playoff berth after a turmoil of a season.
I would like to say, like, if I lose and Matt wins, this happens. That has happened since week 11. I have lost and Matt has won. Like, legitimately. In week 10, I beat Matt. In week 11, I lost to Sam and Matt beat Victor. In week 12, I lost to Victor and Matt beat the Softies. In week 13, I lost to the Softies and Matt beat McConkey.
Matt's just telling you he's better than you.
Like, I'm telling you, I've felt this presence for weeks. He wasn't even in your odds of making the playoffs when we did that. And I was looking at him like,
he spent all his fab too.
He's really coming in. So this is crunch time. This would be, let's see, 11, 12, 13. So 4 weeks in a row, I will complete my 4-week loss streak and he would complete his 4-week win streak and jump me in the playoffs. So, yeah, I've been having a great time.
The most impossible of circumstances.
No, but
I
you're gonna
started
beat
5-0.
Jordan
He
this
started
week.
0
You're
and 4.
fine.
Just for the record.
That's only if he beats Jordan. You never know. Wilder
If I
things
beat
have
Jordan-
happened.
He's gonna
Yeah.
beat Jordan. He's gonna.
Speaking of wild things needing to happen, looking
segue.
over at our High Life division, we have two teams that have clinched their way to the toilet bowl. Gabe, Granny's Gold Galleons. It's got to feel bad. I mean, our loser of the league last year now clinches their berth back to the toilet bowl. I mean, it's just a tough look. So you really hate to see it. I don't know if anyone else remembers the other teams in the toilet bowl last year. Do we have any other repeat offenders?
We do actually. Yes, they did clinch. The Charmin Ultra Softies were also in the toilet bowl.
Now
They actually are the ones who went to the final toilet bowl with Gabe last year and were the favorites to lose, but Gabe managed to suck a little harder.
So both of our toilet bowl finalists last year are back in the toilet bowl this year. That is
Our toilet
just
bowl finalists
looking to
have
stay safe.
once again.
ooh.
Looking to
actually,
avoid a dance.
Wait, the Ballers might have been in the toilet bowl as well. Hold on, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna double check.
Yeah, I mean, it can't all be the
History.
same.
You don't need to keep going. I got it already.
Okay.
Steve was also in the toilet bowl.
So far 3 of the 4 toilet bowl teams will be repeats from last year.
Yes.
So is Bongside Kicks about to go from toilet bowl to champion?
He is the last one that was in the toilet bowl and will potentially
Has a shot.
after
at-
starting this season looking like toilet bowl again.
That's crazy to me that we're either going to have 3 or all 4 of the teams repeat in the
Yeah.
toilet bowl.
If Sam beats Matt, then we have an entire toilet bowl repeat. And like, come on, guys.
It
That's
is
when we start
unfortunately
relegating.
not possible
Guys,
for it to be
team,
the
though.
exact same as last year because there's no situation in
What?
which you don't make the playoffs. And
Oh, an exact repeat.
yeah,
Yeah.
like all 4 playoff teams being the same and all 4 toilet
Oh.
bowl teams being the same.
Yeah.
That-
Wow.
So long as Bongside Kicks
The only change would be me and Sam
team
swapping
stays
places.
healthy,
Yeah.
he's got a fantastic chance at
Yeah.
winning the whole thing.
He's
But
looking
if
really
like
good, honestly.
even one injury occurs to him along the way,
Yeah, he's
Done.
in tough.
But just 4 weeks. That's not too bad.
he should also start Caleb Williams over Derek Carr. But
Who knew?
All right, so looking at the rest of our High Life division here, we have the Mud Dogs, who have essentially clinched their berth. With a win this week, they would automatically make it in, but even with a loss, if the Dragons, myself, were to win, the Dogs would have a better record than McConkey. And if McConkey wins and the Dogs lose, the Dragons would also lose, and the Dogs would have more points for. So Jordan has clinched his berth to the playoff. And so quite simply, it comes down to a Week 14 matchup between the Drunken Dragons and She Loves My McConkey. It's a winner-takes-all kind of match. Unfortunately for myself, as I mentioned earlier, we got quite a few players on bye, 4 of them, 2 of them being my 2 quarterbacks, which are kind of the staples of my team. But it's not impossible, you know?
they tend to be.
McConkey, the fact that McConkey, I mean, I know they had a tough start to the season, but even with their comeback of players later in the year, I still feel like they've kind of been underperforming. The fact that they're 7-6 right now, so you never know what can happen in Week 14. Maybe Tommy DeVito is going to go off for 40 points.
All right,
Crazier
I'm
things have happened.
Couple things just to make sure this is actually game one. I think you should go with Aiden O'Connell instead of Tommy DeVito.
I don't have Aiden O'Connell. Oh, I could pick up Aiden
He's on
O'Connell.
waivers. I don't think Tommy DeVito's the guy. I don't think he's gonna do what you need there. Aiden O'Connell has a chance. He did
To
it
be
this week.
honest, I don't even think I was going to start a quarterback in that position.
Dude, I don't know. I think that's the play. Aiden O'Connell, baby. Who's he against? Like the Bengals?
I don't know
I don't
who
know.
he's against, actually. That's a great question, though.
But
He's against Tampa Bay.
I'm saying, oh, dude, Aiden O'Connell, baby. I'm telling you, plug
That
him
might have
in.
to be the move.
As a champion. You're going to be wanting an Aiden O'Connell jersey after this. But, man. So, we have two. My matchup is honestly the least important one. Both of you have pure deciding matchups of if you win, in Sam's case, if you win, you're out of the toilet bowl. If you lose, you're in the toilet bowl. Tyler, if you win, you're in the playoffs. If you lose, you're out of the playoffs. Mine is, if I win, great. If I lose, I might be fine. But I think everyone in this league is hoping that I lose and that Sam loses, and we see the insane comeback of Bongside Kicks. There's a part of me that like I'm almost hoping for it, just for the sake of the story.
I mean,
It's-
how could you not? I mean,
Onside kicks could really use it.
It would be insane.
and I mean, if
But-
Bongside Kicks makes the playoffs, I know they're just barely making it in. This is not a team to be trifled with.
No,
Week
this
11,
team's
they
good.
scored 190 points. Week after, they scored, I think, like 170. This week, they score
Yeah.
160. Like, if this team
They're
makes
in-
the playoffs, they're a legit contender.
I think
Yeah.
they have the most points in that division, just are somehow in fourth.
I believe they actually do.
Like maybe Scoundrels beats them out.
No, bro.
Scoundrels-
Scoundrels has like
Scoundrels
almost
beats
9.
them out.
Yeah. Scoundrels
Scoundrels-
beats them out, but Bongside is not far behind. Bongside is third overall in the league.
Yeah, it's
In
It's insane.
fourth in their division. That is unfortunate, you know?
yeah.
A loss
Yeah,
sends them
yeah.
to the toilet bowl, which is crazy, but
I mean, hey, the Andrew may get knocked out of the playoffs with the most in the league, so which is kind of funny because he focused on like his core is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
yeah.
So it's like just
Joe
like what the
Cool.
Bengals are doing.
He's just
Score a
like the Bengals.
That's a fun fact. The Bengals have scored 30 points multiple times this season. Every other team that has scored 30 points this season is 51-1. In games where a team scored 30 or more points, 51 of those games are won, one was lost.
Huh.
In games where the Bengals scored 30 or more points, they are 2-4.
Even when they manage to
Yo,
score
the
30
Bengals
points,
defense
they
is
fucking
just
lose.
ass, bro. Is the
Start your
Bengals
guys
defense
against the
really
Bengals.
just that bad?
Yeah.
Man.
Joe Burrow is trying his heart out, but it is not working. So start your guys against the Bengals. Because
so.
I think
Oof.
Joe Burrow should regret signing with Cincy.
No, because Jamar Chase was his guy.
It looked
That's
so good
true.
for so long.
Yeah, no, he's the dude. Him and he's happy.
There's just
Don't
so
forget,
many
T.
better
Higgins
cities
has
to
been
be
just
in.
MIA. T. Higgins has been MIA for a bit.
Yeah, well, T.
That man
Higgins
just came back last week. That might help him out a little bit.
injured and then
Should.
comes back and is beautiful, and then he'll be injured again probably. Who knows? But yeah, dude, what a week it's gonna be. What a time. What a time to be alive. And with that,
But yeah, those are the playoffs.
yeah. And speaking of which, I do want to give a shout out to our down bad manager of the week, which is Gabe. Christian McCaffrey's out.
Fuck.
Gabe is looking ripe for another run of the dancing.
Dude,
Another run of the
clinches
music
his
number.
toilet bowl the same week as Christian McCaffrey gets out.
Like that's rough, dude. And
You gotta
honestly,
feel bad.
yeah. And
I
this year,
don't.
what do you think the odds are that Gabe actually knows that he doesn't get to choose the song this year?
I think we mentioned it to him, so
Right? We've
We
mentioned
didn't
it so many
reinforce
places.
it a ton, but we'll reestablish that.
Well, it's been posted. It was posted in the chat and mentioned on the podcast.
It was
So
agreed.
everyone should be fully aware. But
Yep.
I feel like if there's someone that isn't, it might be Gabe.
And
We'll let
Victor's
him
going to get to
know.
choose the song, isn't he?
Nope.
We'll-
Andrew right now.
Oh, Andrew, that's
Yeah.
right, because Andrew
He better
leaped
be
over
grateful it is not Victor choosing the song. I would be terrified if I saw Victor choosing this song, and there
That'd
is
be
still
awesome.
a chance.
him. I'm going to give Andy some really good suggestions. Honestly, if I'm Andy, I'm just asking Victor what song I should use.
Yeah, Victor's the guy. God. Oh, this punishment is so much worse now. It really is. Not getting to choose the song means you just don't get to. You can't own it like Gabe did, but you still have to own it like Gabe did, but with. Oh.
He owned it
this-
harder than we thought he would own it. That was the
Yeah,
best
he
part.
owned it a little too hard. Made it so we had to be like, no,
That
someone
was the
else has
best
to
part.
choose the
And
song.
that was the best part.
Wasn't quite embarrassing enough, actually. Someone else
turned
will
it-
choose your song now.
Back around on us. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But Tyler,
Yeah.
how about you take us away with a little bit of money-winning strats?
Welcome back, everyone, to the Degenerate Gambling Corner. Last week, we won money. We did it together. What a good week. Yeah. Josh, what are your thoughts on that? Because you were pretty doubtful of my lock last week, but both Washington and Minnesota took care of business at home.
Yeah, dude, you're right. And one of those games was close.
The Minnesota game was very close,
Dude,
All
that
of their games were
Washington
close.
game was insane.
but they got it done, and that's all that matters.
The kick returner fumbled what, 3 times? Was it only twice?
I don't know. It was at least twice, though.
I was watching that game. I had my spread of the games going, and I was just focused on that game because I loved watching Jaden Daniels just do his thing, and I wanted the Titans to be doing better. But
Yeah.
oof.
Titans ain't been the same since Derrick Henry left,
Yeah, hey, but you need Will
The
Levis
man
to do
still
some
does
stuff
work.
next week.
I do. But
And
this
they're
week,
against the Jaguars.
this upcoming week
They
here,
got a chance.
we got 2 more teams that were taken at home, very similar to last week, so we're feeling good about this. We got Pittsburgh taking care of business, money line straight at home versus Cleveland. Now, I know Pittsburgh lost to Cleveland the last time they played, but what's past is past. It was a road game. I think they're locked in coming in. They already slipped up, so they're focused. They just beat the Baltimore Ravens, putting themselves in a very comfortable position to go win this division now. So I don't think they're going to fumble that to the Cleveland Browns. I think they're taking care of business at home. And next up, we got Tampa Bay to cover a 3.5-point spread at home against Las Vegas. Somewhat of a similar situation. Tampa Bay still has a very legitimate path to win that division and to make it to the playoffs. So I don't think that they're going to mess that up with a home game against Las Vegas. I think they're going to win this game in dominant fashion. So I think they can cover a 4-point spread, no problem. How are we feeling? What are we thinking? Thoughts?
There has never been a more lock of the week, I think. This is listen, I love the Browns. I don't want them to win. I want them to have a better draft pick.
How about right now? Do you want them to win?
No.
In this very
No, I
moment?
hope they lose tonight. Because I want the
That's
Browns
good.
to have a better draft pick, and I want the Broncos to get to the playoffs. Because both of those would be great.
Well, good, because Javonte Williams just got a touchdown.
Hey! Love Javonte.
Let's go, Bo Nix.
Big fan
Let's
of
go, Bo
Javonte.
Nix, baby.
We love Bo. Yeah, you got to support the Broncos, I feel, right now. They're just... Them and the Commanders,
had it
they're
rough.
both just, shockingly good. They're the two AFC... They're the AFC, NFC versions of, wait, this rookie quarterback, is fixing everything.
I love it. I love
Slash
it. Feels like some Andrew Luck RG3 kind of magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that's a
And
better
Caleb Williams
ending
too.
to that story instead of both quarterbacks ending their careers in 5 years.
Yep. I'm hopeful. But
yeah, lock of the
Daniels
week.
has been a little bit safer than RG3, I think.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, I like the lock of the week. I will put money on this lock of the week.
Please don't.
I will add another leg to the lock of the week
Gambling's
so
illegal.
that it's a different bet.
Good.
Who are the Chiefs facing?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You can't-
I'll put like money on the Chiefs to score a touchdown. It'll add nothing to the bet.
Yeah, do you
But-
get money for that?
It'll add nothing to the bet, but it won't happen. But if
The
something's gonna
Browns
mess
will
up,
go. The Chiefs will get completely shut out in their next game.
Yep, I just got pulled like that. But but no, this is a great lock of the week.
I agree.
I was very mad during Thanksgiving dinner because I wanted to sports bet, but I was in Rhode Island. And the app was like, can't bet.
Ooh.
And I told my cousin, he said like, oh, should we play some bets? And I was like, you know what? I guarantee Tyrone Tracy's getting a touchdown in this game. And he made the bet. I went to make the bet, realized I couldn't. Tyrone Tracy scores a touchdown. He comes in, he's like, yo, we won. And I high five him, pretending I was able to make the bet, crying inside, because I never get to win the bet. And it finally
Wow.
hit.
Oh
did-
shit! Browns just got a touchdown.
Josh, that's a really
Who?
sad story.
Who got it? Thanks. Yeah, but I'm thankful for other things. It's fine. Who Brown?
Here,
What Browns got
here.
the touchdown?
Give me a
Anyway.
sec,
David
give me a sec.
Njoku.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we love David and Joku. What I
Solid
do for a
guy.
tight end right now?
Tight end
Evan Ingram,
premium.
let's go. Mac
baby.
Jones is back. Oh yeah, that's another. We're now
Tight
we're
ends are
in
going
the
crazy lately.
tight ends have been going crazy a little bit. Trey McBride has not got a receiving touchdown yet this year. Fun fact. Is on pace for something like 112 receptions.
I did not know he didn't have a touchdown yet. That's
He
kind of
he has one rushing touchdown.
What?
He just gets them there. He doesn't get them in though.
Well, he gets the one there.
Yeah.
That's it. And that is it. It's insane what he is doing without getting a touchdown. And meanwhile, Brock Bowers leading the league in receptions.
Wild.
Heck yeah.
Not rookies, the league. Full stop. Which is,
Period.
again, insane. Tight ends, a little silly. But yeah, wild stuff.
These rookie
Football
tight
beats
ends
crazy.
just going crazy.
Rookie tight ends, go crazy. Go sicko.
Is Tucker
And
Kraft the best receiver on Green Bay right now?
nope, Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed is? Okay.
And he might have more
Tucker
points.
Kraft's pretty damn good though.
Tucker Kraft might be like the most points for a receiver on there, but I love Jaden Reed. Love
I
that
just
guy.
know that. Yeah, I know that their running back shines.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Also
right, of
great.
course.
He's a me tier Josh.
People have heard of him, I
Yeah.
guess.
All right, but that's enough of this. That's it for us here at the Hail Mary Happy Hour. It's time to go watch the Browns hopefully lose to some Broncos. In the meantime,
You said you wanted to go to bed at a reasonable hour. This game might.
well, I'll watch a little bit. We'll see what we get in. But now, as always, set your fucking lineups. That one goes out to Sam this week, who started a guy that was literally on IR and lost his match. It wouldn't have helped. I started a guy that was out, didn't know he was going to be out. Kind of annoying. But that's how it goes. This week matters. Set your lineups. And I'll see you in the playoffs, or the toilet bowl, or in purgatory.
Or not at all, yeah. You might be purgatory. All right.
Have a good night, everyone.